and welcome back to Musicality! Woo, woo, woo! Is anyone gonna clap? Oh my goodness. No one. There you go. Whoa. Thank you. Waiting on it. So, last week we talked about Monsieur Aristarchus. Aristarchus. I've been saying that a lot recently. I'm getting really good. This is so random, but I'm getting really good at like my British accent. I'm an RA, and like one of my residents here was like, "Oh, do you have like a accent?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, no, I don't. I very much live here in Texas. I just suck." And I've been slipping into my accent a lot more recently. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. It's very random and weird. Anyway, last week we talked about Aristotle's and Aristotle's self-titled, which came out in 2017. Which is very amazing, lovable album. Very amazing, lovable person. And now today we're gonna be talking about his second album, Fine Line, which came out December 13th of 2019. This was an insane album. I love this album a lot. It's like one of my favorite albums of all time. I think I just think musically and lyrically it's amazing, and I love it when artists can be like vulnerable in their albums. I think that's so just awesome. And not to say that every artist has to be vulnerable in their songs to make it like an amazing album, but it definitely helps with their artistry, and it tells, I guess, the audience where they want to go in their direction of music. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But we have a lot of singles that everyone knows and loves, like Golden, Watermelon Sugar, Adore You, Lights Up. We got a lot. We got a lot for you. So I'm basically only gonna be playing a lot of Harry Styles for you today, because why not? It's a very Harry Styles kind of day. I love him. I think he's amazing. Love his fashion. Love his personality. And I think he's just an awesome. I just love Harry Styles. You can't not love Harry Styles. Here is Sign of the Times. That was Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. Woo! I love that song. Oh my gosh. Give me attitude one more time. Sorry, somebody in here is being a salty Sally. They don't like Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, which is mind-blowing to me.
But I give you my reasons.
You have a good reason why you don't like it, which is fine. As like I said, like in previous recording or whichever, my biggest pet peeve is when somebody doesn't have a genuine reason not to like somebody or anything, because that to me is called bandwagoning hate, and we don't like that here, or at least to me. So if you have a genuine reason not to like something, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to like anything or somebody or whatever. But if you're just being like, oh, I don't like it just because, and it's like, oh. Ooh, you're one of those people. Ooh. So you have a genuine reason not to like it, which is fine. I'm not gonna force you to like the song, but I love Sign of the Times by Harry Styles.
If they're saying that, it's like, oh, boring, you need to give a good reason why.
Yeah. Like if you're saying like, oh, I just don't like the song because it's boring. It's like, how does the song or how does this person bore you in any way, shape, or form? I please give me one, because that's not a good reason. It's like the why, where it's like, oh, I don't want to go here today. Why? Just because. But why? Just because. But why? You're not giving me any reason as to why. I want a genuine reason why. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. So yeah, if you say that you don't like, for example, Taylor Swift, the whole like drama with her and Kanye back in 2016, I think it was, where everyone's like, oh, she's a snake and I don't like her. Okay, why? Oh, because Kanye said. But like, why would Kanye say this and that? Oh, because of the voicemails. Well, you know that was like fake and twisted her words. Oh, but I still don't like her. Why? It's like, because your favorite didn't like her and because everyone else is hating on her? Yeah, exactly. That's why. Sorry. You can tell I'm very, very angry about this.
I think you're getting a little bit.
I'm getting a little heated.
You're getting right.
Getting just a little heated. Just a little. But I love me some Taylor Swift, and I will be reacting to her album sometime soon. I'm not gonna say what I bought, because my mom, if she's listening, she'll get mad at me. Anyway. Something to do with Taylor Swift. Change the topic. Anyway, Harry Styles. So Harry Styles, we're gonna leave off. We're gonna go on to, I guess, Sign of the Times a little bit, because we're in 2017 and we're on his self-titled album, and One Direction has just been, I guess, disbanded, I guess you could say, back in 2015. And yeah, it's sad, very sad. And I had talked about it a little bit last time, but not as much as I wanted to, where they all went and did their own like solo things and solo careers and whatnot. And good for them. Like Zayn was the first one to do his solo career for good and obvious reasons, which was Pillow Talk. That song is insanely good. I love Pillow Talk. And the man on it, It's a paradise and it's a war zone. And then Niall, Niall came out with his stuff. Niall's actually a very good artist. I might be reacting to his stuff too because I think he's a really good art. Like slow hands when I said no chance when I need to not I know. Yeah, good. You think? No, see, and that just means that he's a great artist and made a really catchy song,
Exactly.
and it fits him so well. Like if you don't know One Direction or if you don't know like Niall or any of the members, like you can tell how different their personalities are from one another, and it just fits Niall so well. Like that kind of that kind of like
Fresh. Like he's super fresh. I think the
fresh.
with that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
with
like
this,
that.
with with the guitar, he's like. Oh.
The guitar. It's very nice. The little stomps and dun, dun. Yeah, it's very. He gives me Taylor Swift vibes, which is weird to say, but he does give me Taylor Swift vibes, which I love. If you can't tell, I'm getting very into Taylor Swift. Then we have Louis, who oh my god, I feel like I'm sounding very Canadian or Australian today. It's the accent, I'm telling you. So then we have Louis, who didn't really start doing on his solo stuff until like later on. He did like a lot of features. One feature that I cannot get out of my head that Louis did was with BB Rexa or Rita Ora. I always get those two girls confused. I'm so sorry. Wonderful woman. I think it was BB Rexa. No, was it Rita Ora? I don't know. But they did like a really good song, and it was like, you turn me up, you feel me, you drag me down, you turn me up, I'm on the ground. To stop. I'm trying to think. I love it, I hate it, and I take it on. And back to you. It's back to you, and it's with Louis Tomlinson and. We're looking it up.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. Wait, what?
It's not Selena Gomez.
No.
Just check to.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
We're figuring out. It's okay. But that song has been stuck in my head for the longest time. It's BB Rexa. It's not Rita Ora. It's BB Rexa. That song is actually really good. Like I listened to it just like out of the random one day, like maybe on like shuffle or something. But I had never heard it before until I just like listened to it on a whim because I wanted to see what he did with his like solo career, I guess you could say. At that point in time, right, solo career. He just did a lot of features, which is fine. He ended up doing his own album, I think called Walls, which I would love to listen to also. I haven't listened to that one yet. But it's like, you hurry up, you kill me, you drag me down, you numb me up, I'm on the ground screaming, I don't know how to make it stop, I love it, I hate it, and I can't take it all out, and give it back to you. And I'm like, oh, that's so catchy.
I think you have that, you know that you put on, Babe, what's the name of this Babe Rexa?
Babe Rexa?
Yeah, I think you have kind of like that tone, now that I'm thinking about it.
BB Rexa tone.
Yeah, because I
heard
so many songs, like, for example, In the Name of Love, I know you heard
In
it.
the name of love.
You see, you can get that high in the, I think.
Well, it's not the highness. That's just falsetto. For people who don't know, it's harder to.
I'm so sorry, man.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you didn't know,
man.
if I do say so myself, if I do declare, I put clutch my pearls. No, if you don't know, like it's harder to be like, yes, I can sing the song when I can't really sing it full out belting. There's difference between like using your falsetto, your head voice versus belting something. You know. I'm not going to give any examples because I will ruin the microphone.
We don't have that type of microphone.
We don't have that type. We do or don't?
We don't.
Exactly. I'm not going to blow this out right now. I'm good. Anyway.
Well, not to Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah, the solo cruise. Oh, my gosh. And then, yeah, Zayn killed it. Then Liam. I'm so sorry. I feel like I was very harsh on Liam last time. Only because, again, everything that I say on here for every artist, not just Liam alone, it's all out of tough love. All of it is out of tough love because I love music so much and I love artists and how they create music and their creative process and whatnot. But it's just so disappointing when an artist has so much potential but would rather make music that is just throwaway trashy pop than actually put it into something that they can really shine in, you know?
Yeah.
Like again, like come on, let me strip that down for me. used to be 1D, that's not me. Like, oh my god, like, dude, you could, and people are like, oh, but he wrote like a ton of the songs in One Direction. Yeah, I know that he did, because, and those were amazing songs. He's a good writer. He just doesn't want, I don't know.
I think he doesn't have like a good producer neither, because like even though he writes the songs, somebody else is like, you know what? I think this is not the beat, or this is not the
yeah,
style.
maybe somebody's influencing him to say something else, or maybe it's just the music he's always wanted to make. I have no idea. I can respect it if it's music he's always wanted to do, but I just have a hard time believing that, because I truly do think that he can do so much better than what he's doing right now. I haven't really listened to his recent music, so maybe he did get better, and this is all maybe just old past music that he came out. But for his debut, like, song, like, single, that shouldn't have been it. I don't know who told him that, yes, release this song because this is going to help you in your career and future as a musical artist. Like, if you wanted to be a serious musical artist, don't release a song like that. Don't release a song like that. Like, and I don't want to compare, but it's also, they were in a band, they were in a group together, so it's kind of like you can't help but compare the solo careers. And not to say that anyone's is like better or anything. Obviously, if you have people have different preferences and tastes in music, so I can't take that away from anyone. Obviously I have a favorite, but I mean, that's just me. You can have, your favorite could probably be Liam, or your favorite could probably be Niall. It's just that's how it is, right? But I really do think that all the 1D boys did a really good job with showing what they wanted to do in their musical career with their singles. And I just think that Liam could have done a lot better. Again, out of Tough Love, because that was just such a song that I think he could have done way better with. It's just frustrating when an artist can be so much better than you know that they are, but they don't want to be any better. They want to kind of just float and stay in the same place and not get any better than what they're doing right now. I don't know. Yeah. As I'm going off on a tangent. But you get what I'm saying? But Harry Styles said to release Sign of Times, which we just heard. I think that is probably one of the best songs ever, which is a lot to say, right? Yep. But I think that it's something so personal. And again, the lyrics aren't like about him. I think he had said that it was about like a woman dying in childbirth,
really?
Yeah, that's what the lyrics about. So it's not like personal. He's obviously not a woman who died in childbirth, but but it's definitely personal in the sense that it showed off his lyricism, like his writing skills and songwriting and his musicality and what he wanted to do, and what he wanted to do for the rest of his musical career, which he showed for Harry Styles 1, or self-titled. Then we go on to Fine Line. But before we go on to Fine Line, I want to talk about how successful like Harry Styles like really is. Like, he is very successful. He has been an actor. He's still an actor. He's in movies. Don't spoil it for people who don't know. I'm not gonna say anything, but he's coming up in a very big movie soon, and it's like a really big movie franchise, and it's really insane that Harry Styles is in this movie and gonna be in many more, and the character he's playing is actually insane. But I'm excited. Okay, sorry. But the first movie that he did was could you check who directed it? I forgot. I'm gonna hurt myself for not knowing. I am totally blanking right now, but it's Dunkirk. I think it's
Eternals, or which one?
No, Dunkirk. Search up the director for Dunkirk. Christopher Nolan. I'm trying to remember the director for that one, but it's just search up the director. Christopher Nolan. I got it right. Okay, making sure, because I didn't want to be like Christopher Nolan and then not get it right and be like a stupid person. Anyway, Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is an insane director. He's directed so many insane, like, amazing movies with so many, like, he's a very like scenery kind of guy. Like, Dunkirk did have a lot of like, oh, the people are coming. Let me take off my hat in slow motion and look up and stare into the void for a very long time and sniff the salt sea of the air and go,
Batman.
They're coming. They're coming.
Like, yeah,
Batman.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Batman.
Christopher Nolan, Batman. Anyway, but very cool, right? And so that was the first movie or first acting job that Harry Styles ever did. Dunkirk. Directed by Christopher Nolan, which is insane. Like, not like what? Like, what? Like, how do you land a job like Dunkirk? And people like to be like, oh, because he's Harry Styles. And it's like, yeah, and Angelina Jolie is Angelina Jolie, and Anne Hathaway is Anne Hathaway. It doesn't mean that they're gonna land a job just because, like, they land jobs because of their personality, how good they are, and how well they fit with that character. Does their success like help with that? Obviously. I just think that, but it's also like if people know, or casting directors like know the personality of the person already, they already have somebody in mind and they want to be putting that person into what they want for that character and thing. But yeah. So people were like, oh my god, like Harry Styles is in Dunkirk, like, oh, he's not gonna kill it, he's gonna ruin it. He only ended up having like 5 minutes of screen time, but he killed it. He was yelling and screaming at people, and he was hot. Anyway, but he was killing it. You're like, wait, what? No, but genuinely, like I think he's actually like a really good actor, and I think that the roles that are coming up for him are gonna fit him very well, and he's gonna kill it in that too. And I can't wait for his acting career, because that's actually insane to, like, whoa, you know.
I think that his voice is really like good. I don't know if you like when he. Spoiler again.
Spoiler.
I would do it. He was talking in Eternals. I was like.
But the casting director for that one said that I chose Harry Styles because
he looks like.
No, just because his charm and personality. Like if Harry Styles comes up to you, he's not gonna be like. He's a very charming like personality. He's like, hello, I'm Harry Styles, nice to meet you, how are you doing today? Oh, I love your blouse, I love you. He's very charming. Like if you see videos of him like talking to people, I'm like, oh well, Harry Styles, take me out to dinner first, please. Okay. He's very like smooth, I guess. And I guess the character he's supposed to be playing in an upcoming movie is very popular. He fits that role very well, so I think he's gonna kill it. It's kind of like I was telling my brother how Iron Man.
I told you, it looks like it's same. This is the.
Oh, he does look a lot like that guy.
I told you, that's why like they choose.
He does look a lot like him. That's true. Again, but it all just fits in. Like he looks like him, acts like him. If the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? My brother was, or I said my brother that you know how Tony Stark, Iron Man, he does look a lot like him. Robert Downey Jr. Can just play himself and then acts like Tony Stark. To me, I feel like Harry Styles is going to be the same way, where he's just going to act like himself and end up being this person because that's just their personalities, and it fits them so well, and it just works so well. So I think it's going to kill it. So real quick, I'm going to show you my favorite song off of Fine Line, Harry Styles' second album. To me, it's kind of underrated, which is weird to say because it is a single. And I know people are like, oh my gosh, again, another pet peeve of mine where people are like, oh, it's a single. Obviously, you haven't listened to the entire album. Name 30 songs to them right now because you don't know them, apparently. And it's like, okay, calm down. But this is my favorite, probably my favorite Harry Styles song ever. I just love it so much. I think it's the lyrics and oh my gosh, just the musicality of it all. It's so beautiful. It's called Lights Up, and I hope you love it. Woo! Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Oh, honey. Oh my God. Good song. That was Lights Up by Harry Styles and Adore You by Harry Styles. A very Harry Styles day. Very Harry Styles day. Very Harry Styles.
I like the day.
Very Harry Styles. Okay. So we left off on Harry Styles, basically being an actor, and he's still doing it like that whole like acting thing, and he actually has 2 movies coming up. I think one is Kill Your Darlings, directed by Olivia Wilde, and the other one is My Policeman, which will come out in Amazon Prime, I'm pretty sure, sometime soon. So he's a busy boy doing busy stuff. So I'm proud of him. I think he's doing amazing right now. Actually, I think he's killing it, and. Let's talk about Lights Up, because I absolutely love that song. I can go on and on about how much I love Lights Up and why I love Lights Up so much, and Lights Up. I just think that song is so phenomenally beautiful. I think it was one of the first Harry Styles songs I had really listened to, because I was getting into Harry Styles around March, April, May, March, February, March, my birthday. March, April, and May. Yes, around that time, I was getting into One Direction and Harry Styles. Because I had never really, because you know how people, a lot of people have their One Direction phase, or maybe people are still in it, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just that people do go through, I guess those stages of life where they love the boy bands or this whatever, which is fine. That's not a bad thing or anything. But I finally went through my One Direction phase, because I had never really gotten into One Direction or any of those bands back then. I was into Pentatonix. Please, no one, no one's gonna ever let me live that down, especially my family. Anyway, I was into Pentatonics, and I was like, Psh, One Direction, nah, I got Pentatonics. If no one knows what Pentatonics is, it's an a cappella group. I think they're great, but not for me anymore. Anyway, I was more into them, and I had never really gotten into like the One Direction kind of thing, and I'd finally gotten into like that phase around, like I said, like early 2021, and it was fun. Like I listened to like a lot of songs I never listened to before, and I knew like all the hits. In fact, like this is my favorite song from One Direction. I have a lot of them. Again, it's a lot of singles. I haven't really like dived into like the deep stuff, obviously, but I will one day. Maybe I'll react to it on here and whatnot, but I will one day. I love got that one thing, so get out of my head and fall into my arms instead. I don't know what it is, but I need that one thing. You've got that one thing. Oh, good song. Isn't that a good song?
Yeah,
It just gets me hype. That just gets me hype. I love I Want. It's from I think their first album. And it goes, I want, and that's crazy. I want, but that's not me. I want to be loved by you. The intro is so pretty. It goes, give me that, boom, take it back, and
What's the name of the song?
so good. It's called I Want. So good by One
Yeah, it's
Direction.
the first album.
Yeah, sick, awesome. It's so good. I don't know what they infused in that song, but there's days where I just cannot stop listening to it. It's so good. I love Night Changes. Like lyrically, lyrically, Night Changes is so good. Like, I know the baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes everything that you ever dreamed of? Ooh, lyrically, so beautiful. Like just that one lyric. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? So simple, but oh my god.
But still catchy.
Not catchy, more so just like so beautiful.
Oh.
So simple but so beautiful.
So romantic. Man.
So
so romantic.
Not romantic, like beautiful, but beautiful as in like just the lyrics are beautiful. You know when things are just beautiful but not like.
It's like you saying the message that you want to express. I think. Like,
yes.
It was more like when you were young, like us.
Mm-hmm. Like us.
You like us. You try to like express everything that you feel. So I think with those lyrics, you actually express what you feel.
With any lyrics, right? But I mean, I just think those are very, and I think with lyrics in general, you can always like tie it back to like a personal experience that you have, you know, whether you don't relate to it, you can always like tie it back to what like really means a lot to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But they didn't do like, in my opinion, I mean, or if not, I didn't put like too many attention on the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no like sad songs. You know, every time it was like so jam, so like so good. Even like best song ever, it was like kind of like.
But those are the hits. You know, those are the hits. They have the sad songs. They have the sad songs. You just don't hear them because they're not, because artists don't really like to release like the. Oh, I love your hair. Sorry. Artists don't really like to release like their sad songs as their hits because who because it also hold on what to say because it also depends on the time that you release it. Like if it's during the summer, who wants a sad bop in the summer? You know, who wants to be like but
like dang it, summer.
Damn, it's summer. But it's also like if you're a really good artist and you can make it work. Like again, Sign of the Times. I'm pretty sure sometimes we probably released around like June, July. It works.
Talks, it's kind of like I don't know how to express it. It'd be like punk or like what?
What do you mean, like
Pillow Talks? It's not in the mood of. Sadness.
Pillow Talk is R&B. I'm pretty sure R&B pop. So it's always gonna be like kind of like smooth and soft, and everyone always has time for R&B. And Zayn makes a lot of R&B music, so he's killing it in that field.
Genre.
Yeah, in general in that field. What was I gonna say? Let's go back to Harry Styles.
Back to Harry Styles.
Let's go to Mr. Styles. I want to talk about the soundtrack for Fine Line because I think it's very awesome. I'm sorry if you're barely listening to Musicality, this show. I sing a lot on here because guess what? Musicality. Just to give you an idea.
I like you put the words 2 times on the actual talk.
Music.
Like, yeah. You say like I love the musicality. I'm like
Musicality.
Like,
On Fine Line, we have 12 songs. Number 1 is Golden. It's a, You're so golden. That one's so good. Golden is so good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Watermelon Sugar High. Watermelon Sugar High. Watermelon Sugar High. Watermelon Sugar High. It was so good. And oh my god, he got a Grammy for it.
No way.
He got a Grammy for Watermelon Sugar.
Really?
Back in February, yeah.
He deserved it.
He deserved it. Are you
deserved
kidding me? People are like, oh, Harry Styles does not deserve it. I'm like,
I just wanna take
did he deserve it for Watermelon Sugar? No, because he had better songs. But I think that he deserved a Grammy for sure.
I think that song is too catchy though.
It's very good, very summer bop. I think it deserved more. It came out like during the year of like COVID, right? So like no one was really bopping to Watermelon Sugar during 2020.
It's because
but-
I'm a Harry Styles fan too. So it's kind of
okay.
I mean, not
Sorry.
as big. Oh my gosh, not as big fan as you, but I like him. Like, I like him.
Whoa. I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I'm being so serious right
you're
now.
not.
Anyway, no, you're not. I'm being
You're
Harry Styles.
not.
Harry Styles. I love Watermelon Sugar. I think he killed it. Number 3, which is my mom's favorite. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you.
That's the
Only thing I ever do. If you look at the instruments for that song, woof. If you look at the instruments, the instrumentation for that song is insane.
The guitar solo though.
Ooh.
This sounds amazing when you have no context of what the song is.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. That's very true. I'm not going to sing the rest of them because I will save that for my top 5 because I do have top 5 that I love to sing along to. So we're just going for normally here. Number 4, Lights Up, my favorite song. Love it. God, I love it so much. Number 5 is Cherry. Number 6 is Falling. Number 7 is To Be So Lonely. Number 8 is She lives in there near me. Okay, no. Number 9 is Sunflower, Volume 6. Number 10 is Canyon Moon. Number 11 is Treat People with Kindness. And number 12 is Fine Line. Oh my goodness. Fine Line. What a good album. If y'all haven't listened to Fine Line by Harry Styles, please do. Because, whoa. Can you search up Cherry real quick and see how it sounds like? I'm trying to remember what Cherry sounds like. And it's like it's supposed to be my top 5 and I can't remember a thing about it.
Hey, it happens to the best.
It happens to the best of us. I think Fine Line was very like, ooh, hold on, we're playing Cherry real quick. Go middle of it. Oh, I know it now. Don't you call it baby. Yeah, I know it. Good song. He killed it. I like I said, I love it when artists can be very personal within their songs and within their albums. And I think this album was very personal, like very personal lyrically. A few songs I can tell you right now are Cherry, are Fine Line, are Falling, definitely Falling. Whoa, lyrically Falling is mwah. Golden can be personal, and Lights Up. I don't know if I already said Lights Up, but Lights Up.
I think Adore You can be a little bit too personal because it's kind of like what you feel inside when you would like someone and
I
you're
think
like, I want to adore you, you know?
It's a vague personal because it's saying all it needs to say to this specific person, right? Like, I would walk through fire for you, God, like, just let me adore you. But it's also very vague because it's also just saying feelings but not saying all of it. Like, I feel like there's so much more to that. Not to say that there's so much more that could have been added to the song, but I'm saying, like, if you wanted to make it more personal, he could have added so much more to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to Falling or Cherry, whoa. Those songs are very personal. One being, and you'll understand why I'm saying vaguely personal for Adore You, because it's just there, but it's not all there. Cherry actually has a voicemail from his ex-girlfriend in the song. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And he's like calling out the guy, I guess the guy that she's like dating now in the song. He's like, does he ever take you, or she's calling out, or he's calling out her, saying like, do you ever take him to your parents' gallery, or do you ever do this and this, whatever, like, and he's like, oh God, and the lyrics are like, don't you call him baby, we're not talking lately, don't you call him what you used to call me, you know what I'm saying, like, it's very. He's very sad in it.
You're like it's sad.
He's very don't you call it? He's very sad in it, and that's what I'm saying. It's very vulnerable and it's very personal. And that's just what makes it such a good song. Which is, I'm gonna be a little hypocritical here, which is sad that artists have to be sometimes very personal and vulnerable in their songs to make it a good song, in my opinion, at least, because that's to me what makes a great song. Like, there are songs out there that can be good songs, like I think Big Time Rush is so random, right? But I think Big Time Rush I have not heard one bad Big Time Rush song. I'm telling you right now, I've never heard a single bad Big Time Rush song. Really? Are there lyrics? He's like, wait. You're like, what? Count on me, featuring George.
I don't listen to Big Time Rush.
No way.
Are you don't listen to Big Time Rush? Hold on.
Really?
Boyfriend? You're looking for a boyfriend.
Really
I see that. Give it
someone.
to someone, yeah. And anything they could have said or done.
I only know the Christmas one because that was the only episode I
With
ever
Miranda Cosgrove and Snoop Dogg?
saw.
Shit.
That's the only one I ever saw. Like the only.
You never done like windows down, like
All the windows down, woohoo! And you're running through, or the city is ours. City. Oh, actually, the Windows Down is like a cover from like a rock band or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And so I played Windows Down Big Time Rush version at like a bowling alley one time, and some old man got mad at me and played like the original version, and they're like, "This one's better," and I'm like, "Calm down." No. Have you heard Kendall's verse in that song? Yeah. Speak later. Speak later. Speak later.
This could be a topic for another time, but like, it's rare
for the cover to sound
the same magic or
be better. Yeah.
I've heard a couple covers
that are just better.
Good on its own. I wouldn't say it's better.
Yeah.
Because it has like similar vibes.
Yeah.
But it's good on its own.
I think that I don't believe in like the better covers or anything like that, because it's just, if an artist makes a song, they made it for a reason and that's personal to them, or whatever or even if it's not personal, they made it their own style and that's their own, what works for them. Someone who covers it made it their own style and that just works for some other people. Like, for example, Dolly Parton made I Will Always Love You in her own style. People love that version. But then again, there's Whitney Houston who covered it and it's so iconic now and people are just like, that's the original, but it's like, it's not the original, it's just a cover.
Stand By Me gets covered more.
Stand By Me? Yeah.
Those songs get
Yeah, they're all, but it's just who you prefer and who you think is like a better, or just the art style, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just different. What's that about? Anyway, how I guess I could be hypocritical when it comes to, I guess just if an artist, how, like, I guess that's the question. Like, what makes a good song? Does the artist have to be vulnerable when it comes to it, you know? But it's also, like I said, like Big Time Rush has good songs, but I don't personally think of them as like top 10 best songs in the world, or, you know, like there can be poppy, fun songs that you listen to on the daily basis, like Big Time Rush songs. Do they have the most meaningful lyrics in the world? No, but does that make it a bad song? No. So what makes a good song? You know, like it's just, I'll give you that answer after this music break. Let's discuss.
I have a lot to talk about.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Actually, hold on. That's really funny. I love that. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I have a lot to talk about, and we're gonna be talking about. Welcome back to Musicality. We have a guest. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, DJ question mark entered the fray.
What's that, like that Super Smash Brawl thing, or Brawl, when it's like dun dun dun, it's like
a new fighter.
A new fighter. That's what you remind me of right now. Oh my god. So we're talking about the question that is, what makes a song a good song? Would you like to elaborate?
A DJ question mark. I think I'm the only one who could elaborate. I answer the question.
You're the chosen one.
I don't know. It's just I was thinking, like, when you said that a while ago, that's the only reason why I entered the show.
You're fine.
I was like, that's a good question, because like there's different ways to answer it, because everyone listens to music for different reasons. Some people, listen to music as a bop. They want to dance, they want to party, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Some people like to listen to music because it has meaning, and the meaning means a lot to them. Some people just like the way that it sounds. There's a lot of different reasons why people listen. So when you say what makes a good song, I don't think there's really a wrong answer. Because, you could go super technical and say a good song is just one where there's no mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go...
But even the mistakes, it makes, a good song, even though. If there's a mistake in the song...
What would you consider a mistake in a song?
Well, I'm out.
I don't know. I don't make music, so, I was in band in middle school, so, a mistake is just when, you miss the note.
Okay.
But then I also know that, a lot of bands, their whole, music creating process is just them doing random notes.
Yes. No, to me, that's very true, because it's I don't think... Okay, so when it comes to music, right, not every song has to have a meaning with it, right? Obviously, because songs can just like you say, songs can just be bops. Sometimes people just want to listen to bops and not listen to the most meaningful song in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, there's a good story that I have about that, but continue.
Go on. Sorry. So like I'm saying, Big Rush. I use them as an example because I love their music, and I'm a big fan of them, and I just love what they do. But their songs aren't the most meaningful, lyrically beautiful songs in the world. It's just not. But it doesn't make their songs a bad the city is ours. It's literally oh, we're going into city and we're gonna dance the night away. And we're going into the city and the city's ours. And it's that's not the most meaningful thing in the world. But obviously it has some sort of something behind it, and obviously it's very catchy. And to me, I think what makes a good song, it all has to do with the artist. All has to do with the artist. If an artist is not, and that could be tricky, right? Because there could be an artist who's oh, they suck and they are a horrible human being and they make the worst lyrics, but they have this one song that's amazing. And that's where I guess the line becomes very there's a very fine line. There's a very fine line by Harry Styles. I guess between that, right? It's to I guess what I was saying about One Direction and whatnot. For Liam, how if there's he's obviously I'm not the biggest fan of his music, right? But here's an artist who loves to make music and loves what they do. And as long as there's an artist out there that loves music that they make and continues to do it for the reasoning behind, purely for just music-wise, I think then you're sold to me. You sold me in your artistry. But I think then you start to disappoint me if you just stay in one place and float and would rather not get any better from there. But then again, at that point, we're not even talking about songs anymore. It's just the creative process of their entire career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think what makes a good song is if the song has meaning to you.
Okay.
Not necessarily obviously artists have their meanings why they make the songs, obviously. And that's, I'm not saying we shouldn't pay attention to that. But I also think it's important to ask yourself, what does the song mean to you? Even if it doesn't even if you judge the lyrics as not having a message, it could just mean happiness for you. If it makes you happy, it makes you want to move. That's still meaning.
I love that. That.
Meaning can be as complicated as say Time from Pink Floyd. It's literally about being able to not escape time.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But that's a good song, and if you judge music by that, then there's going to be a lot of music that would be considered not good.
Yeah, exactly. You can't put songs at a higher standard than a lot of other songs. You get me? For example, Bohemian Rhapsody. That is a beautifully written song and
no one knows,
produced or whatever.
No one knows the confirmed meaning.
Freddie Mercury himself literally said, wrote it just came to mind. There was really no meaning behind it, or there was really no, I'm sure they had some meaning to him, but it's also just what is Galileo? What is this and this? And it's kind of just what he was saying, where it's art. That's what it is. That's what it is to me, and it is art. I think that song embodies what it is to make music in a lot of ways, right? But it's obviously you can't really put it under, yes, this is the song that should be the one that can power them all, and you have to every song made after that has to be just as good as that one or even better. That's not, you can't set one song higher in a standard than all the other ones. Get me? Because then you're just gonna end up being disappointed.
And it's funny that you mentioned you compared it to art, because the fun thing about art is it doesn't need to have meaning. At one hand, it doesn't need to, but yet everyone gets meaning out of it. And that's the beauty of human perception. We can all listen to the same exact song, and we can all get different meanings out of it.
Because we all have our own life experiences and whatnot. And if you can tie it back to something that's personal in your life, like, for example, like, I think nostalgia is a big part in music, like a huge part in music. Like, there could be a song that I loved when I was like 10, and I was like, oh, like, I don't really like the lyrics or whatever, I don't really like it now, but I love the song because it just reminds me of a good time. It has meaning to me in that way, you know? So, like, I just think that's very, I don't know, I think music in that sense and songs in that way are very beautiful, because a song can be the worst written lyrics in the world or just have whatever slim to none meaning to it, but it's still somehow, and it's kind of like what you're saying, like, if it just radiates happiness to you, then that's your meaning for it. It just radiates happiness to you.
Yeah, like the Macarena radiates happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's that song called where it's just like slide to the left.
Slide to the left. Is that Cupid Shuffle? I don't know.
No, it's not Cupid Shuffle.
Everybody clap your way. I have no idea.
But like those songs, they're like so simple.
They
obviously the lyrics don't really have like deep meaning.
Yeah.
But it means a lot to everyone because I would say everyone in our age group has heard it at some point. For
sure. If you're at Kingston, you're like, oh, like, yeah, I hear the man, and I'm
what? That's the only song I'll dance to.
Sorry, I have to slide to the left. I have to slide to the right. That's so funny.
Hey, dude, talking about meaning, it reminds me of the story that I mentioned a while ago. I don't know if you've ever heard the Beatles song, I Am the Walrus.
Yes.
You know the story behind that?
I do.
Well, like, for those of you listening who don't, it was like the Beatles found out that there was like a class somewhere around the country that was like, it was like an English class that was analyzing their music. That was like their assignment. They would have to. That is a sick assignment.
Yeah,
but
I love doing stuff like that.
But the thing is, the Beatles didn't like it because it kind of implies that there's a set meaning and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
Or there is a right and wrong, excuse me. And they didn't like it. So then they wrote the song I Am the Walrus, which is intentionally nonsense. It's complete nonsense. If you look up the lyrics,
I love
there's no like connecting ideas.
Yeah, literally.
Like it was made to literally not make any sense.
Yeah, that way that it's kind of like aha. But it's also just like hypocritical on their part, or not the word hypocritical, but it's very like
I think I know where you're gonna go with this.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you interpret, like how you were saying earlier about songs and whatnot. You interpret music your own way. I understand the whole not wanting to have one set idea. It's kind of like I was saying for Queen and for I think a lot of other bands out there in 5 Seconds Summer even, how they don't want to be defined by one genre, which is like especially Queen, how they would go from hard rock to just rock to disco to opera to all this, and people are like, why are you changing up so much? Why aren't you supposed to be rock? Or what happened to your rock? Are you changing? Queen. And it's like they literally said, we're Queen. We are not going to be defined by one set genre. Don't put us under a definition, like a set kind of thing.
And you know, like what's funny is like I don't mean to sound like all like I don't know. Hold on. I need to think for a second what I'm about to say.
You're fine.
Like, before you actually started doing your show, I didn't really think too much about that. I was pretty, like, set in stone with, like...
Okay, I love
genres.
That. Okay,
I was pretty set in stone, but then, like, when you brought it up, I think it was, like, 3-4 shows ago? I was like, you know, you're right. Because, like, a lot of songs nowadays... Like, I can't really...
You can't put it under one category.
I can't. Like, I couldn't...
You cannot.
Like, I couldn't say, like... For example, I think the biggest... 2 easiest ones were like Imagine Dragons and was Maroon 5? No, it wasn't Maroon 5. Coldplay, there you go.
Coldplay.
Those 2 bands are like
rock, but also not rock, but also pop, but also
they're like, I would best describe them as unconventional rock.
Unconventional rock. I love that.
Because it's not like It's not rock.
It's not rock, but it's
it is
rock. But it's rock.
It doesn't have the energy, but it has the lyrics and vibes of rock.
Yeah, it has the lyrics, and it has like the whole, like I was telling my mom, like if you went to like an Imagine Dragons or Coldplay concert, you're gonna feel a rock vibe. maybe not through the radio you didn't get that vibe, but when you're in concert you're gonna get the rock vibe. And I think that's what also makes a great artist, is performance wise. Like, how well can they perform their songs live, and how well can they make it differently? You know, like if you can perform your song live and make it a totally different new experience for you, but still stay true to like the original concept of it, I think you're killing it in the game. I think you're doing amazing with that. And if you can put on a show like that and, I don't know, change your entire perception on people, I think that's beautiful. What time is it? It's already 5 o'clock. It's already time to talk about our outros. I'm so sorry, but I love this. We should do this more. I love just talking in depth about music. Musicality with DJ question mark. I'm definitely gonna be bringing you a lot more because I love talking about music.
What's next week?
Pink Floyd.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down to join.
Well done.
I'm gonna set up.
It was a suggestion.
Write me down as the guest.
Yeah, sure.
I'll change my schedule because like I have a lot to talk about.
Okay. Next week, if you don't know, is Pink Floyd with DJ question mark. With DJ question mark. Be ready for that. First, real quick, my top 5 from Fine Line. If you haven't listened to Harry Styles' Fine Line, you should definitely go listen to it. Top 5. Number 1, Lights Up. All the lights couldn't put out the dark, running through my heart. Number 2, Falling. I'm falling again. I'm falling again. I'm falling. Kill it. Number 3 is You're So Golden. Da-da-da-doo, da-da-da-da-doo. Number 4 is Don't You Call Him Baby. It's Cherry / She, which is She lives in ditches with me. She. So good. And then number 5 is Sunflower Volume 6. I couldn't want you anymore. Kiss in the kitchen like in the dance floor. I couldn't want you anymore tonight. Anyway, that's my top 5. Woo! From Harry Styles' Fine Line. Tune in next week for basically just like Pink Floyd, talking about that with DJ question mark. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, hope you enjoy Fine Line. Please go listen to it if you haven't. Harry Styles is phenomenal. He's amazing. I love his personality. I love that he's not afraid to be himself. I think that's beautiful.
Harry, we love you.
Harry, we love you, Mr. Styles. We love you. We think you're fantastic and you're killing the game. We think you're fantastic. And Down Under.
Email him the Radio FX app.
Harry Styles, if you're listening to this, download the Radio FX app on Musicality Radio. Valley's Student Station. You're gonna love it, Mr. Styles. You're gonna love it.
Did he text you right now?
Oh my God, sorry. Someone's calling me. Oh, it's Mr. Styles. It's Mr. Oh, yes, Mr. Styles. Immediately, Mr. Styles. Right away, Mr. Styles.
Right away, yeah.
Right away, Mr. Styles. I love you.
Did you say hi?
Did you? Oh, yeah, he only said hi to me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sorry. Anyway, go listen to Fine Line by Harry Styles. You're going to love it. Next week is Pink Floyd with DJ question mark. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Go listen to it. Love Harry Styles and treat people with kindness. Thank you and bye.